never seen this kind of love before.
The program you're about to watch contains stories of real people. Today, as you watch, expect to be inspired, transformed, and healed. Welcome to Peculiar Moments Global, where every moment is supernatural. Your love story is next.
I searched and searched and searched, no God like this.
Hello, my name is Vanessa Ofejiro Izekor. I'm a fashion designer based in Winnipeg, Manitoba, and I am on the spotlight of Peculiar Moments Global. This is my love story. Thank you so much, Peculiar Moments, for getting me on. I really want to thank God for His faithfulness. I want to thank Peculiar Moments, for the ministry, for telling stories, impactful stories that is influencing humanity positively. I want to thank you for this privilege, to share my own love story. I have a lot to say. In fact, what God has done for me, I cannot tell it all. And I would like to share this, particular moment where many years ago, when I was in a university, and I fell ill, and I think that time we were writing exams in school, and of course as students, I was just managing myself, taking paracetamol, managing myself and all that. So it got to a point where, I had to visit the pharmacy. So I visited this little pharmacy in school, and I told them, oh, these are my symptoms and all that, and the lady said, oh, that should be malaria, of course. So she brought in this, she gave me this malaria drug. Was it, I don't know, something queen, of course, chloroquine or something. So, and for the dosage, so now this malaria drug is meant to be taken for like 3 days, like I think two for 3 days, and the lady told me to take all at once after meal, and I was like, okay, that is a single dose. So I went back home, I ate. No, I went back, to my hostel, sorry, because we're in school then. I ate, and I took this 6 of them at a go. And that evening it was fellowship in school, so I managed myself. I said, oh, I can't be the only one. Some of my roommates went reading, some of them went out partying, some of them went for fellowship, some of them just went out with friends. So I just said, I can't be the only one in the room. I have to go out. So I went out. I went to the fellowship, fellowship at the moment. So the fellowship was nice. I was still feeling dizzy, still feeling down, and after fellowship they were like, oh, this group had to wait behind for a small meeting, and I happened to be among that group. It was a little drama group, so I waited behind. I kind of felt okay after the service and all that, and as the meeting was going on then in the class, there were some students coming in, to read, some other students coming in to gist, but we were just in our own corner trying to do this rehearsal, and boom, I didn't know what happened next. I just blanked out, and when I blanked out, I started hearing faint voices shouting my name, Vanessa, 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 Vanessa. They were faint voices. I could barely, my eyes were open, but I didn't know what was going on. So it was at that time I was told, when at that time I was told when I regained consciousness that as I fell, I started stretching and foaming all through, and gnashing my teeth like, and a lot of students gathered confused. It was 10 to 11 p.m. at night then. So the whole school was in confusion, people running, oh, somebody's dying in hall A, you know, and all that. Luckily, there was one of fellowship brother, you know, right there when it happened. They put all sorts of things in my mouth, spoons and all that, but then I had passed out. And while I lay down in hall A, you know, all stretched and lifeless, I kept hearing voices shouting, you know, shouting my name. I heard some people praying, but those voices were very, very faint, you know. So I was told, they started running around, you know, looking for vehicle. Of course, we're all students. Nobody had a car then, you know. And those that had cars, they were off campus and all that. So you quickly ran to the lecturer's quarters, you know, and called one of the lecturers. The lecturer came in, you know. He took me onto the car and he drove me to the health center in school. Then while they were in health center, you know, they drove all the students out, and I was there with the nurse. The whole school was in chaos. Everybody, wow, I know that girl. Oh, wow, what a tragedy, you know. So people were trying to call home, trying to get my number to call my parents back at home and all that. So, you know, while I was in the health center, the nurses were running around doing everything, you know, to revive me. Of course, I was unconscious. I didn't know all what they did, you know. But somehow, before 1-2 a.m., you know, I regained consciousness. And in fact, all I could remember was that I was in hall A, but I didn't know what happened next, you know. So it was a terrible, it was a whole shaking that day in school, because a lot of people the whole school was tense, like somebody was dying, somebody had even died, and some people carried the rumor, you know. But then all I could remember that I was hearing voices faint, but I can't just tell, you know, what happened and all that. When I woke up, you know, my whole mouth was sore, wounded. I was weak. My whole muscles, everything, you know, I was really weak. And all I remember is that it was God, you know, that kept me. And I imagine if I stayed back in the hostel, you know, what would have happened? You know, what would have happened? Because I was really down, and I just like, I just have to go. I have to go. If that has happened to me in the hostel, everybody was not around, maybe they would have been back, you know. They would have come back meeting it like dead bodies back in the hostel. God forbid. I just want to thank God for life, you know, for His mercies. For me taking a drug that should have been taken for 3 days, and I took it all at a go. It was clearly overdose, you know. Many people take overdose and they just pass out like that and they never come back. Many people take expired drugs and it affects, you know, their system in one way or the other. And here am I talking about God's love and God's faithfulness. It happened like that for many people, and wow, they were on the other side. In fact, that was the day I realized that there is a thin line between life and death. There is just a very thin line. May His name be praised. I have seen the Lord's goodness, His mercies and compassion.
I've never seen this kind of love before. I've never seen this kind of God before. who I be where you love me. So tell you came to die for me on the cross. Yeah. Oh.
Do you remember how it felt when you found yourself in a deep mess? When all hope was lost and all doors seemed shut? When friends were few and tears replaced laughter? When the money was out and luck lingered? When sickness ravaged your body and you envied those who could sleep? When your words were few and all you could do was stare? When fear ravaged your heart and depression ate deep into your soul? Did you ever make it through? Did God turn it around for good? Let someone experience love, hope, joy, impetus for action, help through your story. Be loud about your victory and be someone's light today.
I searched and searched and searched, no God like this.